The world of media is changing fast as consumers change the ways in which they consume information, services, and entertainment. Perhaps the most significant change that we are seeing is the fragmentation of the media landscape and its audience. Compared to the mass market paradigm that held sway through most of the 20th century, there are diminishing shared experiences with fragmented media world. It's now harder than 10 years ago to attract large audiences to programs. Traditional advertising still remains a popular medium, but there is a need to expand the mediums to reach increasingly hard to reach people. Traditionally, advertising has focused on television world, which now has diminishing returns. Advertisers are willing to be more proactive and look at the new ways to leverage the market, both creatively and financially. Advertisers, marketers, and planners 20 years ago had only a few clearly defined channels to choose from, most of them mass media in nature to choose from, whereas digital technologies have splintered media into numerous channels and segments today. Consider the content mix: magazines, advertisement, videos, blogs, podcasts, mobile content, guides, webinars, and social content. We see media fragmentation taking place at several levels in today's landscape. In the past, we used mass media such as print and broadcast to reach the audience. The custom models were simple and we communicated one to many with our audience. Now, however, the market is fragmented and we can no longer assume that we are simply broadcasting messages to a largely passive mass audience. This is especially apparent on digital channels, especially social media, where conversation and personalization of content are becoming increasingly important and where audiences are scattered across numerous social media services. But even broadcast and print channels are breaking into parts and form part of social conversation on the web. A Twitter account and a website can be nearly as important for a radio broadcaster or advertising as its own its own a broadcast. The audience might be talking about and viewing its content on channels it doesn't even own, such as YouTube or Facebook. Fragmentation means some loss of control and visibility for traditional publishers. The audience attention is fragmented across multiple channels and outlets. People watch television with one eye while they are reading a news story on their tablet computers. They browse the web at work with the radio playing in the background, and they hop between different social media apps on their smartphones. Even when we talk about social media, the audience is fragmented across Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, and whatever the next flower of the wand might be. Consumers now choose exactly how and when they interact with a brand: internet, TV, radio, mobile, print. They need to be reached with consistent messaging across all of these points and with messages that take into account how different audience segments interact with content across different media. It's important yet difficult to understand how a consumer's perceptions of a brand are shaped and reinforced by the interactions he or she has with it through the different media. Media fragmentation has created a range of new challenges and opportunities for brands and agencies. Though managing a fragmented audience and daunting range of channels can be expensive and complex, it also opens up opportunities to build more meaningful and personalized relationships between brands and consumers. There has been much debate lately about who is best placed to deliver effective content and also what compromises good content. What I will say about this is content should be well considered, well crafted, and effectively executed by the right media channels. How it works for one brand or sector over another will vary. When launching a new product, one of the biggest obstacles is brand awareness competing with the established products. Market positioning is also important to launch a new product. With the entire media overload, the consumer can have a closed mind to the product. New products should be unique and supported by the imaginative and really creative advertising. Advertising saturation is phenomenal and media fragmentation is growing. Consumer media habits are so diverse that several mediums need to be targeted to achieve the levels of brand awareness and recall desired. This naturally leads to higher communication budgets and also to waste in advertising spread. The reality is that consumer behavior has essentially changed. Today's consumers are in control of what they want to watch and read, and therefore what advertising they expose themselves to. So, what is the secret to creating the best content, or even better, where to start when considering your content strategy? With the uncertain environment, launching a new product has become even more fraught with danger. Once the product is past the development stage, success of the launch is down to advertising. All forms of advertising should be reviewed and utilized if they are cost effective. The rapidly changing environment of advertising has been forced by technological revolution. Media fragmentation is reduced to total audience, but has the benefit of increasing segmentation. A multiple approach to advertising for a product launch will increase the audience capture, raising awareness of the product. As multi-channel media increases in popularity, the problem of advertisers is to ensure that a campaign reaches its intended audience. When discussing today's media consumers, there are a lot of hypnosis used. One of the best opportunities for gaining knowledge on a target audience is the medium itself. There is a multitude of magazines focusing on segmentation of the audience. Media owners offer planners a route to market, insights into their audience, and how to best to connect with them. Magazine editors write for their target audience week in, week out, is effectively marketing their product. This advice can be utilized to ensure the correct targeting, positioning, and advertising of product. The success of the launch of any product with the large-scale fragmentation of the media will depend on the skill of marketing department. Although the role of marketer is becoming even more complex, the skilled practitioner can introduce the product in various mediums. Media fragmentation has reduced the total audience but has the benefit of increasing segmentation. A multiple approach to advertising for a product launch will increase audience capture, raising awareness of the product.